This is my review of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, so after realizing he only has about 33 days and spent the past 2 days complaining, Jojo realizes that he does need to get into shape and learns a very valuable lesson about how to control Haman in the process from Caesar. Because Caesar takes a glass of water, turns it upside down and holds the water in with his Haman, then throws the glass at Joseph and asks Joseph to try and hold the water in. And it's revealed that while Joseph has the raw power that Caesar has, he lacks the discipline. So while they are technically equals in terms of raw power, they aren't equals in terms of technique. And this is where Caesar's master comes in. So Caesar's master is Lisa, an expert Haman teacher with unconventional methods. And we don't really get a good first impression of her because the only way to her special training facility is by gondola in Venice because it's on an island, and that's the only way there. And she disguises herself as the gondola driver and then smacks Jojo with the oar after showing a display of her Haman and reveals herself to be Lisa, and then affixes a special mask to Joseph's face that only lets him breathe if he's able to use the Haman breathing technique, which he takes a few minutes to figure out, but then eventually does master it. And then they spend the next several days learning to climb a pillar that's designed to only be scaled by Haman. So what this pillar is that it starts off really narrow at the bottom but gets wider as it goes to the top, and it's covered in oil, and the oil just drips down. So the only way to scale it is with Haman. And after a few hours, Jojo eventually realizes how to actually scale it after watching Caesar for that time, and is able to not only master the climbing technique but also catch up to him. But then things get tricky as Jojo accidentally sets off a sprayer because there's a crack in the wall where one could easily reach in and grab their hand, put their hand in to rest. And it's rigged with a switch that turns on a fountain, which would cut anybody that doesn't know how to use a special Haman technique. Which Caesar is able to get through the spray no problem because he's able to use the power of attraction to stick his legs to the wall, while also using the power of repulsion to repel the spray away from him, so that he doesn't get cut up like a piece of meat. Jojo, however, is having a bit more trouble with it, but he eventually does find his own way to get up, which is that he realizes that the oil spray doesn't exactly reach the outer wall around the pillar. So he uses that to his advantage, using his Haman to stick to the spray, rides it to the outer wall, and then is pulled up the rest of the way by Caesar. Because at this point he's lost control of his breathing and is unable to do so. And it does do a little, and eventually after realizing that he's able to finally do the cup thing, because he's initially mad at Lisa because she kind of threw them down there and without any real warning. But after realizing that her methods, as cruel as they were, actually did work, decides to teach with her and learn with her and all that. And at this point she brings out her two orderlies who assist in teaching Jojo and Caesar how to better control their Haman. And for the next half a month they're able to finally learn their Haman, presumably, because they eventually do learn some new techniques such as balancing and breathing underwater and all that, which is kind of useful for a Haman user considering that it's entirely breathing based. So yeah, I think Jojo is in a good shape to go fight the Pillarmen now, because he has to kill two of them and get the rings in their lips to actually heal himself. So yeah, I think Jojo's in good shape to actually go and fight the Pillarman now. Because he's in good hands, he's trained up, he's learned how to better control his Hamen and can now actually use it effectively. But now it's just a matter of defeating the Pillarman. So yeah, I think Jojo has a shot of doing well at this. So I'm definitely have no real worries about Jojo being able to defeat the Pillarman. I think he'll have some difficulty, but I think he should be a more than a fair match for them now. So yeah, there's not much else to this episode. It's mostly just Caesar and Jojo learning to climb a pillar covered in oil. That's the majority of the episode, but it works well because it's like it teaches them how to use their Hamen through actions rather than just through like conventional training like with the original Zappelli did. So yeah, I'm interested to see where this is gonna go, but I think I have a pretty good idea of where it's going to go from here. So if you guys have seen this episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, what do you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did indeed enjoy it, then be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And check out my Patreon in the description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month. It helps me out by helping me fund future projects. And you get access to a bunch of different perks that you yourself can show off to your friends. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!
You can't electrocute me anymore. He has nothing to electrocute me with. Robot chickens.